Wholesale horror stories, part 1. In this video, I want to walk you through the first wholesale deal I did and the horror story and the nightmare it turned out to be by me making some very rookie mistakes. I'm Dustin Hahn. We use the information on this channel to do deals all over the US, done hundreds of deals, and we buy property for 40 to 90% below market value with creative real estate. So I want to take you back 18 and a half years. And this is when I first started to learn about wholesaling. I was watching tapes in my parents' basement, literally VHS tapes, not even DVDs, on how to wholesale. All my friends were out partying and going to the bars, and I was watching these tapes on repeat over and over again because this stuff was all new to me. I had no idea what I was doing. So I watched the tapes. From there, find a list of pre-foreclosures, get the list, print it out. I recruit my little cousins, I think 9 and 10 years old, pay them in Slurpees. We handwrite and stuff the envelopes and we put them in the mail. From there, the next thing to happen was my phone started ringing, my big chunky cell phone back then, and I started talking to people. And I had a guy, he was going in pre-foreclosure. I go make an appointment at his property, and the house needs a little bit of work, but it's not too bad of condition. And the guy's just lost his job on hard times, had a bit of a drinking problem. And from there, we go through the house. I have a questionnaire that I walk him through about the mortgages and things. And I get him under contract. The property's probably worth about $155. Get him under contract for $110. And from there, I take the contract to the attorney. And at that point, I needed to find a buyer. So back then, I literally ran an ad in the local paper and started to find buyers to come in. I had no idea what I was doing back then. The way we do it now is much more efficient and transparent. Back then, I'll admit, on my first deal, I did not disclose I was a wholesaler. I was 20 years old. I had no idea what I was doing. When I showed up, people would say, "Where are your parents?" So it was I had to overcome a lot of fear and limiting beliefs, but I moved forward on it. From there, I had somebody go, they wanted to look at the property. So I make an arrangement with the homeowner and we bring them through the property, okay? So we bring them through, we agree on $120. So I get the contract from them at $120. I'm gonna make $10,000. This is awesome. I'm super excited. So after that, we had to make the follow-up appointment a week later for them to come through with the inspector to basically remove the conditions and move forward with the deal. So this was on a Monday, and what happened is I needed to make sure that the owner was not going to be in the property. So basically, this guy, he's gone for the whole weekend. I'm not able to confirm with him the time that we're coming by, and I needed to be there on a Monday morning, okay? So all weekend he's not there, and finally at like 6 a.m. Monday morning, the guy comes home, and I have people coming at 10 o'clock for the inspections. So at 6 a.m., he's home, but he's not answering the door. Guy's like passed out. It took me 2 hours to get this guy to answer the door. And when we opened the door, the house is trashed. Like, this guy had a party beyond, everything was disgusting. Like, way different from when I was there the first time. And to top it off, his dog was sprayed by a skunk and the whole house stunk. Absolutely disgusting. So anyways, I told the guy, I'm like, "Hey, I need you out of the house. We got to inspect it." I gave him $20, sent him to go get breakfast. And then from there, I had to go run over to Safeway, get a whole bunch of cleaning stuff, and clean the house basically. And then what ends up happening is they end up coming to the property and it stinks, and I tell them about it. And then we're walking the property, and in the attic, it turns out that he had all of this stuff set up for drying marijuana. So the attic was all full of this stuff to dry marijuana. We get to the basement, and to look at the foundation, under this tarp is all of his hydroponics gear. And then he had a hidden room that we found where he grew all of the dope. So we're going through it, I'm thinking, oh man. So what ends up happening is I ended up using the wrong contracts. So I had to get the attorney to create new contracts and back and forth, and I thought I had this thing screwed up. It was so stressful, and I ended up pulling it off, but it was definitely a horror story for me. My next deal was also a horror story. We'll tell you that in part 2. But the moral of the story is to take action. I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I had a direction, but you know what? I just went for it. Looking back, there's a million things I could have done better. But hey, I made $10,000. It was the most money that I'd ever made in like one lump sum. And that was enough to give me like, okay, this is something I want to do, and give me the direction to move forward. Made more money on one deal than I'd made ever. And it was absolutely awesome to get that check. And I'll never forget the feeling of wholesaling and how it went. So if you like the content on this channel, click the subscribe button. We'll be sharing stories and tips. We have a quick start training that's free, that has our contract, a free training called How to Buy Property 40 to 90% below market value, and basically the steps to get started simplified. So we got a rehab calculator, crucial tips to avoid. You can click the link below to check that out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.